Okay, so now we're gonna do that part of the exhaust. Oh, that's what buttoned up. Here's the anyway. Promise you guys a shot of coolant lines. Right on YouTube. That's happening. We're back with another car 101. Okay, people. Let's play this. As you can see, things are really That's right. We were doing another Cars 101 episode. Hello YouTube, it's me. That's right. Today we're doing another Cars 101 episode. Finally, right? Today we're talking about engine oil, okay? Now, why are we talking about engine oil? Why you should change your oil? How your engine oil could be a ticking time bomb for your car, okay? In short, your engine oil is the lifeblood of your engine, not your transmission. So yeah, I guess technically your transmission if it's hooked to that engine. So your engine's the life, the pumping heart of your car, okay? So you want to take care of it, right? Now, think of it this way. Your engine's oil is kind of like the human body, okay? Whenever we eat something, we start to introduce toxins into our body, okay? When you introduce those toxins into your body gets rid of them in excrement and urine, and in 1,000 other ways that I can't even think of right now. Byproducts of eating food in the digestion process, like gas, methane. So you fart some of those toxins away, as well as piss some of them away. In some cases, you sweat some of them away. I'm not really sure which toxins do that, though. But you get the drift, okay? And your liver's constantly filtering this crap out, all right? Now, your engine's kind of the same thing, okay? Now, hear me. Now, your engine, you put gas in your gas tank, and it starts to run. And every time you have a power stroke, if you know anything about the 4-stroke engine, I'm going to explain that in another video. On your power stroke, in short, when your piston goes up for your power stroke and you have that combustion to push it back down, guess what's happening? Some of those gases are slipping by that piston and they're getting deposited in your engine oil. It's almost the same thing. But unlike us, cars don't have, you know, a butthole and a pee hole to get rid of all the crap that's in that engine oil, or kidneys or a liver to filter it out. Okay, it has an oil filter, but that's only going to work for so long. So what happens is that, you know, that starts to build up in your engine oil, and your engine oil will go from being a nice amberish color, brown, almost like a Java color, to being a dark black, blacker than me. Okay, and that's the issue. If your oil is that black, okay, it shouldn't be that black. Now, the reason why all those toxins are in your oil is because there's crap in that exhaust gas. There's hydrocarbons, there's actual carbon deposits that go with that. There's just a lot that happens, there's a lot that's in that reaction that's a byproduct of the reaction, okay? All your exhaust doesn't just stay up here. It actually starts to go into your engine oil. Changes the color, it thickens it up. It pretty much makes it to where it can't do its job, which is why you're supposed to change it before it even gets close to that point. Now, what happens when it does? You know, you go a year without changing your oil. You go 30,000 miles without changing your oil. What it does, in short, is it starts to thicken up your oil to the point to where it no longer wants to meet the tolerances. It starts to make its own tolerances for your main bearings, your rod bearings. You know, it starts to mess up your tolerances, and it doesn't do its job as well. It doesn't lubricate as well. So you start to get dry spots. You start to get areas to where you know, you get taper in your main bearings and stuff like that. I'm trying to explain it to where a novice can understand without getting too deep into it, which is very difficult. Now, your lifters are pretty much just a little piece of metal, pretty much, I guess if you want to call it that, with the hydraulic pump in it. It's pretty much just like a hydraulic pump. and the oil goes in from this tiny little hole from the side, and then it gets cut off once it gets lifted up by the camshaft, okay? That hole is literally the size of maybe a pinhole. Okay, when I say a pinhole, I mean if you were to take a paper clip and poke a hole in a piece of paper, it's smaller than that, okay? So, in short, when you don't change your oil and you have this thick-ass sludgy oil trying to make it through little tiny holes like that, it just doesn't want to work, okay? Your parts start to fail prematurely. Your engine doesn't lubricate itself as well. In short, you have a ticking time bomb for a spun rod bearing usually is the case, or a rod bearing that just heats up and just starts to take a shit, okay? So I mean, that's pretty much what happens when you don't change your engine oil. Now, let's talk about it for those of you savvy individuals out there who watch this video and think, I'm gonna go change my oil right now, even though you haven't done it for 6 months and you have put, 17,000 miles on your car. 17,000 miles on your car is probably a stretch, okay? I'll say that, yeah, 17,000 miles is probably exactly what you need to completely kill your engine. Not completely kill your engine, but mess up your seals. Anyway, we're just gonna toss this out here, and I'm not gonna say, don't go change your oil if you haven't changed it in a while. No, change it, because you don't have a choice now. But be aware of this. When you have that thick oil eating away at your seals, pretty much making things go the way it wants it to go and destroying your engine from the inside out, when you take that oil out and you change it out for new oil, that new oil is way thinner. It's almost like having molasses and what's another one? Let's just say vegetable oil, okay? Molasses is really thick, but vegetable oil is really thin, okay? If you were to put molasses on a fork or on a screen, it would probably, in some cases, it probably won't even go through. But if you put vegetable oil on there, it'll go straight through, no problem, okay? And that's what happens to your seals. Sometimes, there's little gaps that start to form because you haven't changed your oil. And when you finally do change your oil, now you have a crap ton of oil leaks everywhere, okay? And that's just from not changing your oil, okay? In short, if you want your car to last, you want to treat your car nicely, it doesn't matter how hard you drive it, okay? I've driven almost every car I've had hard, okay? I've blown up this one. Not driving it hard, actually, just put water in it instead of coolant because I was too lazy to go out and buy coolant at the time, and then it bit me in the ass. But the point is that, changing your oil is the best way to make your car last 200, 250, 300,000 miles. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and subscribe. This is Nazarek. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Deuces.